Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So in today's video, I'm going to make few of the arrangements because a few people had asked me on Instagram how we can set up small arrangements depending upon the direct and the indirect light. So the first arrangement that I'm going to be making is for an indirect light setup. So all of the succulents that are going to be in this arrangement would only prefer indirect bright light. That's why the first one that we have taken is Haworthia, and we will continue further. Now I have already put the Haworthia in the pot because its roots are very long, so I need to keep it right beneath the soil. So the next thing what we are going to do is just lift up the succulent a little bit so that the roots are completely inside, and then I will start filling it up with the soil. I'll completely fill it up with soil because the others do not have very deep roots, so it's going to be fine. So again, my same mix, which is very gritty, which is very porous, well draining, the same type of soil mix which is very sandy. There are a lot of pebbles in this, which is absolutely okay. So I'm going to completely fill it up so that the roots are completely anchored into the soil, and now I will start adding in the green colored succulents. So I'm going to take the Haworthia and then just push it into the soil. I'm going to keep it a little bit closer to the edge because it tends to put out a lot of pups, ensuring that all of the roots are beneath. And then I'm going to use another green colored succulent. Now this is the Echeveria albicans, which does not require a lot of sunlight. Now I'm not going to be making the arrangement very tightly compact because over the period of time they will start to grow. So I'll try and keep the arrangement as minimum as possible because I want the succulents to grow much bigger in this. Then I am going to be adding some muscoscas in this. These will also over the time completely fill up the pot. Right now I'm just going to be using like 4 or 5 strands in this, and that is going to be more than enough. Definitely I will keep you guys updated as and when this arrangement tends to get fuller. So I'm not going to be adding any decor pieces in it because I want it to be full of only succulents. Now right now the arrangement is going to look very scanty. Basically it's not going to look very overcrowded, but that's absolutely fine. Over the period of time they will definitely grow, and this arrangement is going to last for at least another 2 years or probably more than that, depending upon how fast they tend to grow. So as you can see, I have kept it very minimum. I've just used a very little bit of succulents, 3 of the Echeverias that do not prefer direct sunlight, the Haworthia that does not like direct sunlight, another Haworthia zebra, and then my Crassula watch chain or the Crassula muscosca. All of these succulents do not prefer that direct sunlight, so I'm just going to be leaving it as it is. It looks a little bit scanty. There's a lot of open space. I'm not going to be adding any top dressing. I'm just going to leave it as it is. As and when the succulents start to grow, they will completely fill up this pot. Probably I'll give you a 2 or 3 months update very soon on this. Now the next arrangement that I'm going to be making is for direct sunlight. So we are done with the indirect bright light. So the next one that I'm going to be making is for direct morning sunlight, but of course after acclimating it. So in this we are going to have more of the orange and brightly colored succulents. Depending upon that, we are going to make this arrangement. So this arrangement is going to be more on the yellow, orange and red colored. So we have added 3 just a little fillers and thrillers here and there, and that is about it. Now this pot is going to look a little bit more fuller because we are using sedums, sedivarias and some of the one of the Echeveria. So it is going to be a little bit fuller because these are more of the stem growing succulents, so they do not grow wide, but what they do is they tend to grow upwards vertically. So because the other ones are the Echeverias and the Haworthias, only one of the zebra Haworthia is going to grow vertically. The muscosca is going to grow vertically, but these two will grow horizontally. Basically they are going to spread, so that is why we want to keep a good amount of space. But this pot is going to look much more fuller. Now this pot is going to be for direct morning sunlight, so that's why we have these brightly colored succulent. Another pot that I'm going to be making, again this is also going to be for let me keep this aside. Now the next arrangement that I'm making is again going to be for morning direct sunlight. In this, again, we are going to have more of the Echeverias. Now this is going to be more on the blue side. So we are going to select succulents that are more blue. Now over here, again, I'm not going to be using too many succulents because, as you know, these are Echeverias. They tend to grow horizontally and we do not want to overcrowd them. So this is again going to be a very minimal, very minimal arrangement. But in this, because I do have a little bit of space and I do not want to waste that space, so what I'm going to do is I will add another small little succulent in this. So as I could see that there is a little bit more space, so I'm going to add a small little Graptosedum ghosty, and we are done. So we have the Kalanchoe marina, which is the blue colored succulent. We have the blue trumpet, and we have another Echeveria. I'm not very sure about the name of this. So this arrangement is more dominated with the color blue. We have the Kalanchoe. I'll put up the names on the screen. This is the Kalanchoe. We have one Graptosedum ghosty. We have a blue trumpet and one of the Echeveria. I'm not sure the name of this Echeveria. So this is going to be on the blue side. Again, a lot of space has been left in between. Initially, the arrangement looks a little scanty, but over the period of time when they start growing, they will start to cover up that spot. So this was the second arrangement that is going to be for a full sun, that is morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours. And now the fourth pot that I'm going to be making is more towards the purple. So in this, the first one we are going to have is, of course, the Purple Delight to give that purple tone to this arrangement. Then I have some Cubic Frost, which again I am going to be adding to this. So while taking out the succulent, I happen to damage one of the leaf. Otherwise it was looking much more fuller, so one leaf happened to break, which is fine. They will start putting out another leaf soon. So we have a Purple Delight. We have another Cubic Frost that I'm going to be adding right over here. Now again, these are all horizontal growing succulent, which means that they tend to grow wide in the pot. So again, I'm not going to be adding in too much. So this is another purple succulent. I think this is, I'll put the name on the screen. I'm not able to recollect right now. So I'm going to put this one as well. It does not have much roots right now. It does not have a stem. So it's going to be a little bit lower. So here we go. We have our purple succulent as well. So I'm going to show you all of them together. So we have the purple one, which is again going to be in morning direct sunlight. We have the blue one, which is going to be in morning direct sunlight. We have the orange one, which is going to be in morning direct sunlight. And we have the green one, which is going to be in indirect bright light. So I'm going to just move everything and show you two in one go. So here we go. We have our succulent of Haworthias, which prefer indirect bright light. Then all the three that we have are the ones that require morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours after acclimating it. So you can see all of these arrangements are based on the light requirements, the brightly colored ones, even though these have very subtle blue color, but they prefer a good amount of morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours, whereas these also require a good amount of morning direct sunlight for 5 to 6 hours. So you can see in this way I have made this very small arrangement wherein I can segregate them based on the light requirements. So the first pot is the only pot that is going to be in indirect bright light throughout their complete life cycle. They are going to be in indirect bright light, whereas these can be kept in indirect bright light as well as in morning direct sunlight. But when they are brightly colored, it's always better to put them out in direct sunlight morning for 5 to 6 hours after acclimating. So guys, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep propagating.